Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As I'm sure you've all seen this 100 times, I'm not going to go into any real detail about leagues, this was different to other leagues, how I broke some magic record of getting packs ridiculously fast. No, I'm just going to kind of give my overview on it. I enjoyed it. I don't think I had as much fun on this one as previous leagues because of the pact system, kind of making you tied behind killing certain things, which may have not aligned with things I wanted to kill or wanted to go after. Luckily for me, I kind of got to try a few things I've not tried before, so it was entertaining from that point of view, but I kind of looked up previous to the leagues coming out a bunch of things and kind of was like, oh yeah, I wanted to do a mage build anyway after going range last year and seeing that range this year was a little bit lackluster. So I managed to decide on kind of a water build anyway. I did want to kind of go the water and air, but I just couldn't think of a way to make that logistically work without going like powered staff, and I didn't know previous to that about the kind of one tick potential. So I decided ultimately to just kind of go with a water healing build, and then kind of after that decided what I wanted to do, if I wanted to kind of hybrid or tribrid. I ended up going just thorns because I saw how broken that was after the first kind of few videos came out about the leagues in general. So I kind of also wanted to make sure that I was heavily aiming towards some AFK stuff, as obviously I was able to do a lot of stuff AFKing. Apart from my first plan, which I think most people did, especially if they kind of watch any of the bigger OSRS YouTubers like Foe and things like that, suggesting to obviously go kind of woodsman and just go to do hunter and bust out 99 hunter, which is essentially what I did to just get my first 99. It got me quite a lot of money. I didn't then stay there to try and go for pet or anything like that, or go for the 25 mil, 35 mil. I just wanted to kind of get that and then move on and do a bunch of different stuff. So one of the main things I kind of wanted to do was a bunch of raiding and showing my GIM members some like different bosses and being able to do things like Yama, or going and doing things like Doom. For me personally, because obviously I've not kind of touched that at all. So
task completed.
It kind of pushed me into doing different things, as well as being able to show some other things off with other people, which is why I picked the regions I did. Going Korend because I could do Cox, and I wanted to go Mage, so I wanted the best in slot armor. Then picking into Kandarin because again gave the best options for Mage. So I then finished that off with Desert, which was because I kind of wanted to run some TOA with people. So that's what I ended up going with. But kind of just wanted to show the first big things I'd have said I achieved. So obviously that first 99 being Hunter, first mega rare picking a scythe, just because I've never had one before, so why not? And then getting 99 construction as the final 99, just using the magical balances, and then building the demonic throne, which kind of drained me of all of my GP in the end. But yeah, the summary, I didn't get 40 pack points, I got 37, but at that point I kind of had my build perfect. It would have only given me a little bit more defense levels, which maybe would have helped with thorns, but that's about it. So I decided to just stop after I got the 65,000. I wasn't originally going to push for dragon rank, it was just more a case of I was doing something on the side, so I could continue doing a lot of the AFK skills and get the 25 and 35 mil like bonus points. I didn't max. I did really want to. I was really trying, but because of the regions I picked, it kind of locked me out of certain things. So smithing was a bit of a pain, having to do Giant's Foundry with buckets of water. There was a couple of others that it just really slowed me down on. Like agility was awful to train, so I just didn't want to do it. So I ultimately decided to finish off on, I was only about 6 levels short or something, so finished there and then just busted out what I could to get those 400 point tasks. So the main things kind of in the bank was obviously a bunch of gear, killed all my different echo bosses, some new ones for me, with Thermi and the Cowfight Queen, which laughable with my build. I could AFK the the echo version of KQ, which is a little bit nutty, but it was also pretty fun to do. I had a couple of mega rares in the end. I picked the two that I've obviously not used before, using the T-bow last year. I I picked the Shadow and the Scythe. Never actually really got a chance to use the Shadow, and I wasn't really looking to kind of switch up my build just purely to use that for a little bit. So I just finished it off, and yeah, it pushed me to do a lot of things, like doing Doom, as I said before, doing a couple of Yammer kills here and there. It just really pushed me into doing some other things that I wouldn't have normally done, pushing me out to, you know, a respectable kind of bank value, in kind of in line with what I had last year. 4 leagues, killed a lot of things that I wouldn't have necessarily chosen to do in the first instance. I did like 10 fight caves, but I just stood there and took like no damage. So it was pretty easy. Picking up the pet as well was a pretty cool little addition, getting that as a pet that will roll over onto every leagues. I thought I'd do more moons, things like that, but just didn't seem worth it for my type of build. Doing Thermi again, it was a case of got the occult, got the echo stuff, and then was out of there. I didn't need anything else, so it didn't really push me. I do think next year I would have to pick a different region from picking Koren, because as much as I quite like Cox in the main game, I wouldn't want to keep running CMs all the time because it does get a little bit boring. Doing a few TOAs, didn't get lucky in the end. I did manage to do obviously several deathless raids, but was unable to pick up a Fang, so I couldn't get the pack point or anything from that, which is a little bit annoying. I might also skip out on doing a clue scroll based relic, because again I took that this year and I ended up just not pushing to do a bunch of clues. You know, you only had to do like 75 I think of each tier, and even that just felt like a slog, even with the new contract teleports. So I think I might skip out on doing that. There was a few others this year that I wish I'd taken, but ended up pushing myself to go for the clues, because it's always something that I've done in the main game as well. So, but I just didn't really feel like doing it this leagues. A little bit disheartening to see on killing the demonic gorillas getting like 14 Zenites, and none of the completed ballistas either. So they were a couple of easy things I missed out on. I could have gone back to, just really couldn't be bothered. Yeah, doing the achievement diaries was fun as well. Obviously picking Kandarin, that meant I had to do Barbarian Assault, which I've been doing a little bit in the main game anyway. But it was fun to kind of learn the roles I've not done yet in the main game, and I'll be able to finish that off now and get my final achievement diary done in the main game as well. So it kind of it pushed me to do a lot of things I'm glad it pushed me to do, because now I kind of know a direction of what I want to do with the account going forward. And yeah, get to pick up that first dragon trophy, and I'll be able to buy a bunch of rewards and build the Leagues Hall and decorate that, and obviously have the dragon trophy mounted there. So really I don't have to go for dragon ever again, but you know, we'll see when it comes around. But for now, that's it for this episode. Until next time.